Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 22 and another part of our My Team career mode with Brawn GP. Today we have got the Miami Grand Prix and I'm really looking forward to it. Thoroughly enjoyed driving the circuit last time out, and of course we had a wonderful result there last season. We actually finished in 5th position after qualifying, I believe, 4th on the grid, so yeah, really looking forward to it. Hopefully we can have another positive result this year. Obviously Hulkenberg, I'm expecting that he will perform well as well, but it's been a tough start of the season. 2 DNFs from our side of the garage, just a 1 point score and finish, but we have had some big upgrades. We've got some more big upgrades coming for the next Grand Prix in Spain, so you know, it is a bit of a waiting game at the moment in terms of how we progress through the season. Now, we do have quite a lot of money to spend, so I think we should go ahead and invest into our facilities a little bit. So we can go and do that. I mean, we might as well do some build time upgrades, I think, because the quicker we can get upgrades, the better. That'll be rather nice. So yeah, we're upgrading those 2 facilities, which is nice. I think the aerodynamics and chassis departments, that's where we need to focus our energy a little bit, because there's lots of upgrades to be found there. Let's go and find them. But yeah, looking forward to Miami. Let's put some activities in there to help us out. So resource points we can get from that, so let's go for that one. Let's go for that one as well, and then to finish off we can do that and that. That looks pretty good to me. Right, let's push forward so we get some extra resource points. Now let's see, so we got 573. Can we actually do any upgrades? See, that one's out of reach. This is that one. Okay. Nothing there. Close to that one. Should be quite nice to get. Yeah, we're gonna have to start upgrading our durability facilities, just because we can't actually progress any further with the durability until we do that. But no, that looks all good to me. Let's keep going. Have we got any upgrades? Hang on, 823. So we can go and do that powertrain upgrade now. Let's go and do it. And yes, that will be in place in time for the Spanish Grand Prix. I mean, our engine is very quickly becoming the best in the business, which is fantastic to see.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Well, there we go. I mean, I sort of forgot that there was a 2-week gap. So yeah, we have got our chassis upgrades in. Haven't got that major engine upgrade in. How much resource points are needed to fix that? 705. We should be able to get that after the practice sessions this weekend. But wow, what a step forward we have made. Look at that. We are now the 3rd best team on the grid. That is huge for us. We're ahead of Mercedes, ahead of McLaren, ahead of Alpine now, and that is going to be absolutely massive. We're pretty much on a par with Ferrari and Red Bull. This could be a huge weekend for us in Miami. It's already at a circuit we did very well at last season. Could this be the time to go and get pole position and maybe a podium and a victory? Who knows? Let's find out how qualifying goes. Well, I thought before we got into qualifying, I'd go and spend the research and development points that we have earned. Of course, we're going to go and sort out that intercooler, so that is going to be ready for Spain now. So that's 705 of our points that we've used. There is that upgrade that we can do for fuel technology, for fuel efficiency. We can have a little look at that. Those are locked because we require something else apparently. This one here, we could go for either of those, but we don't have enough R&D points. We do have enough for this one, though, for the cockpit weight reduction, which might help us out a little bit. The tyre blankets, that could be a very good one. Now, what about aerodynamics? So, none of them we can afford at this point. So, I might go for the chassis upgrade. And it looks like it is going to have a bigger impact on our car than the engine upgrade would. And it would take us ahead of Mercedes in terms of our chassis development. So, yeah, let's go for the standard. And that is a good use of those research and development points. And you can see we are making significant steps forward. It is going to have to be up to the other teams to match that upward trajectory. But, you know, it's not all about how much performance you've got in the car. It's how you use it. And certainly this season so far, we've been struggling. So let's get into qualifying and see how we get on. Okay, let's take it on a lap of this Miami International Circuit then. It's a nice easy start to the lap. Decent braking zone. Slightly missed the apex there. But I love this section. Just try and stay on the power as much as possible. Avoid that wall. Little drop in speed, but you want to try and hug that inside as much as possible to give yourself as much speed as you can through there. Feel free to take a wider entry and give yourself a propulsion onto this crazy straight. That's not very straight, but get lots of speed on it. Nearly 211 miles an hour as we break down into this corner. Hit the apex beautifully. Hug the curb a little bit on the inside and then come round into this section, which you can take a lot heavier than you think, as long as your ride height isn't absolutely rock bottom. And then onto this uber long straight. You can see we put in a purple middle sector. That's how quick we are through there. Open the DRS and then just relax. Scratch your nose if you need to, and then you come down to this very heavy braking zone for the final corner. No matter where I brake for that, I seem to lose time relative to everybody else, but then you just squirt the throttle all the way to the finish, and that's a lap of Miami, and it's enough for P3 at the moment, a 129.5. Definitely more time in the car. You know, you can see we did miss a few of the apexes, and already making a little bit of time in Sector 1. We might as well use it as a little bit of a extended practice lap, but you see by the second lap your tyres can't really face that level of scrutiny. And certainly tyre temp wise, we want to keep an eye on them for this Grand Prix. But very, very good lap. That should be enough to get through to Q2, but we'll keep an eye on it. Well, I am going to stay in the garage. I think we have got a big enough margin, and there's not enough guys beneath us that I think would beat us. And there you go. I think we did get through. You can see Hulkenberg up in 11th. Did we actually get through? We didn't. We're out. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's track evolution for you. And we are out in 17th. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that all of those guys managed to make so much time. Oh, well, that's a bit of a bit of an anticlimax. I was expecting to fight for pole position today. That was a good lap as well. But now we are out in Q1, and well, that's what you get for risking it, I suppose. But yeah, a lot of work to do in the race tomorrow now.
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and now, for the first time, Formula One. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Max Verstappen, and Ricciardo, Russell, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, and Kevin Magnussen, Bottas, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Mick Schumacher, Oscar Piastri, Albon, the captain, and Lance Stroll, Tsunoda, Vettel, Latifi, and Guan Yu Zhou. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk briefly about Lando Norris. That was a great win in the last race, but can they keep that momentum going into this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Well, yeah, we are down on track then, and it is an interesting one in terms of strategy of what do we want to go for. I mean, it is suggesting we could go softs and mediums, but I do think harder tyres are much better in the race than we give them credit for. I mean, maybe we could start on softs and then go hards. That might work. I might actually be interested in that. A bit of a shorter stint to start with. Try and get up the order. And then get in the pits early. And get a bit of an undercut on those hard tyres. Let's go for that. Something a little bit different. Let's just double check the fuel. Yeah, we don't need 4 extra laps. But at least 2 extra laps to make sure we don't run out of it. I am going to reduce the front wing as well. Just a little bit. And let's get into the action. Here we go.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out.
And we're the only one on soft tyres. Worth noting, once again, Lando Norris on pole position for McLaren. A very, very good car, that.
We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
Here we go then. Lights out, away we go here in Miami. Decent start off the grid, and we managed to get over to the inside straight away, and that's exactly where we're going to be looking going into turn 1, trying to keep our wing clean, but knowing that we are quicker than some of these guys ahead, we need to get ahead of them pretty quickly if we're wanting to have a good race today. Side by side with Gasly, that was, and we've gone very, very wide, but okay. I think our car is okay.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
So about halfway through the first lap, just spent a little bit of time checking all of the car was fine. That was a risky move. Could have resulted in front wing damage. It hasn't though. So we're up to 12th as it stands. That's pretty good. You know we have to make the most of these soft tyres, so get right back up there. Well, we're closing in on Esteban Ocon here. We have got ARS deployed. This is surely a chance down the inside, and that's exactly what we do. We go down the inside up to 11th now.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
Just behind our teammate Nico Hulkenberg.
Okay, DRS will be enabled at this.
Well, Hulkenberg having a little look at Kevin Magnussen now round the outside. We've got to try and make the most of this. They're still side by side.
There's a new strategy available. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next
Oh,
time.
that's a big engine failure for Nico Hulkenberg.
Flag.
Well, that's surely going to be a safety car. But that is really disappointing for the team. That is really, really disappointing. Because we could have been on for our first double points finish of the season. But now it's a one-horse race. It's not even a safety car out there, which I'm really, really surprised about. But we've seen it happen in front of our eyes. Now we've got to try and stay close to K-Mag here. I'll try and use the DRS to good effect. We are closing in. Just not sure it's going to be quite enough here. Stay behind now. The problem is, because we're in the dirty air, we're really suffering from high tyre temperatures. We're not quite getting the
top 10.
the benefits of being on the... Okay, here we come into the pit lane then. We're getting off these soft tyres that are overheating. We're getting onto hard tyres, which will probably be the best tyre to be on in this race, just like in Imola last time out. No mistakes, and we're away, and that looked okay. 2.8 seconds, that's not bad. And we're away.
Stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
So I think we are still just about ahead of Schumacher behind. So it'll give us a little bit of time to just bed our tyres in, get them up to temperature. Shouldn't be too long on a track like this, because you do a lot of high speed lefts and rights, and you can see straight away we're up to temperature. So now we can start pushing and trying to or undercut, sorry, Kevin Magnussen. Make a little bit of ground on the likes of Russell and Hamilton, who are not too far up the road, probably about 5 seconds up the road from K-Mag. And that's where our race is at today. But we've done well to early race, get ourselves back into a good position and back into the points, because that's at the very least where we should be today. I don't know quite what's wrong with Gasly's car, but we've just made up 5 seconds in half a lap, so it's coming over to defend, to be fair to him, but there's no way he's going to be able to defend in that car. So Gasly is the first car we've overtaken. Now 4.4 seconds behind Nicholas Latifi and Zhou Guanyu. Those are next on our hit list.
In there, we're attempting to manage it.
Well, one side of the garage already had a reliability issue today. We could be on the cards for one as well. That's a purple middle sector, by the way. That's how quick we're going out there. Now we're in a bit of free air.
There seems to be an issue with our ERS.
Turning it off, which isn't the worst one to have. It does affect you slightly because certainly in the braking zones it can be a little bit more tricky to get the car slowed down, but I'd rather that than be out of the race, put it that way.
Okay, touch wood, it seems like the fault has resolved itself.
Okay, so that's fine. Issue is resolved, so we are having a few technical issues this year. Maybe it's because our durability department hasn't been upgraded as much as it should have been. Maybe it's the game telling us we need to do that. But touch wood, we're alright for now. We are behind Nicholas Latifi here. Should be a straightforward enough pass, although he is squeezing us. Right up against the wall, but okay, slight lock up there, but doesn't really matter. So right behind Zhou Guanyu now. Needed to get a good exit. We might have just messed it up there. I don't know. No, it looks like we have just about got enough, I think. Maybe not. He's very slow though. I've now got people in the pit lane. Go down the inside of turn one. Nicely done. So Kevin Magnussen is in the pit lane. He's just leaving it now, but it looks like we are gonna make the pass. So we did do what I thought and got the undercut, which is fantastic. And now we should be able to push on with this Grand Prix, even though he's on newer tyres. Well, safety car deployed. Safety car has been deployed. Now then. I don't think it's worth coming into the pits and putting on the medium tyres. I really don't think that that will help us out. And we don't have any more hard tyres. Goodness me, we nearly messed that up. But I think, you know, closing in on that lead group, we have been lapping at their pace. It's surely going to help us out, and of course now being able to save fuel during the safety car period, save energy, that's all going to be very, very helpful. So Mick Schumacher out of the Grand Prix. We're currently in 9th position. Tyres are in good nick. Pace is in good nick, that's for sure. And hopefully now being closed right up to the lead group, that's going to give us a chance at staying with them. And fingers crossed being able to make some overtaking manoeuvres. That's the plan. pace. So we are going to have 8 laps remaining
Okay,
after
let's
this.
get ready to go racing again. The
Or
safety
9
car
laps, is
in
it?
this
9
lap.
laps.
When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
So safety car's in. And we're going to go for it. And here we go.
Okay, clear.
Straight away we might have a chance on Lewis Hamilton here. And we do. And we go on Daniel Ricciardo as well. 2 positions made in 1 corner. That's an excellent restart to this Miami Grand Prix. We're up to 7th now. And we're chasing after Max Verstappen. Brilliant stuff. Nice and tidy through those corners, and we know our middle sector pace is quickest of the lot. We're bringing our tyres back in to lower temperatures. That's definitely going to help us. Verstappen, he's going to be having a little look at George Russell here, potentially. And George Russell goes defensive. Max Verstappen round the outside there. He tries a little switcheroo. Doesn't work though. We're still lurking in the background. Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. I don't know what's happened there.
Reduce your pace.
I really don't know what has happened. But something has. Let's see if we can work out what it is. So... going through the field. I'm not sure what has actually happened here. No, no sight of it. But safety car's back out. Now, it might only be for a couple of laps this, but if we can have the success we did off the restart of this safety car, then we'll be in a very, very good position. But, yeah, nearly went into the back of Verstappen there, trying to slow down after the second safety car. Lando Norris, by the way, still leading this Grand Prix. Quite unbelievable, really, isn't it? You know, Lando Norris is leading this World Championship. He's going to win this Grand Prix, probably. You know, or at the very least, he's going to finish very, very well. And, you know, this championship, it could well be his very, very soon. He's driving incredibly well. And it's just wonderful to see. Well, I'm hoping the AI are going to take over at some point. Looks like one of the Alfa Romeos is in the pits, so I'm assuming that's what caused the safety car. Perhaps a loss of a front wing or something. But yeah, back under AI control. Lap 22 of this Grand Prix. You would expect maybe one more lap behind the safety car, and then you would think we would be getting underway again. Lap 23, 24. But the laps are whittling down here. The laps are certainly whittling down.
Remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
And we're going to try and get a bit of a run on Max Verstappen now. And this looks pretty good again. This looks very good again. Go down the inside of both Verstappen and George Russell. And now up to 5th place.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your
Ooh,
overtake.
nearly lost it there though. King of the restart in the Miami GP. Well, a purple middle sector, that's not too bad. And we are right on the gearbox of Perez. Meanwhile, George Russell's lost out a little bit to Verstappen and Ricciardo on this lap. So he's really not had a good restart as we lock up terribly there. That could be us out of the running with Sergio Perez and put us right back under pressure with Max Verstappen here. And another little lock up there. We're just struggling at the moment. Just about okay for now, but I'd say it's a matter of time before Verstappen gets back past us, but still 5th for now. 4 laps to go. Here comes Max again down the inside, but we leave him the space, and very, very respectful there. A little bit of a cheeky corner cut, but if it gets us into the DRS of Perez, I won't complain. But it won't, not this lap. It's hopefully got us out of harm's way with Max Verstappen for this lap. Just can't get into that 1 second window with Perez, unfortunately. And there goes Max Verstappen, and he is through. Well played.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
But now we need to try and stay with him. Because we can get him back with DRS, but if we stay close enough, we're going to get it here, and that's going to be invaluable. So here we go. DRS, that's going to get us much closer. And we can virtually push him through the next section. Yeah, this is a good run. This is a very good run.
Okay, that's us. 5 laps of fuel remaining.
We should have him here. DRS enabled. Here we go. We should have him here. He pulls to the inside. We've got the outside line. Oh, it's still side by side here. We managed to swing round the outside there. Did he just DRS trick us? No, he didn't. 2 laps to go here. Lap 28 of 29.
Seconds.
Max is going to be on us again here, you would feel. Woohoo, he nearly went into the wall there. I was too busy looking in my mirrors. But yeah, no chance of Max having a go at us there. So he's going to get one more chance in this race, you feel. Well, this could be his chance, because we had to back out of that slightly because we had to go right up against the wall. So
4 laps of fuel remaining.
Verstappen now with the DRS. How's he going to close in? Is he going to have a late lunge? I don't think so. So I'm just going to make sure we hit the apex and get a good exit, because this is where he has had a little go in the past. So on to the last lap of the race.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
There he goes. He's having a little look down the inside. We've got the outside line. Leave him the room, but there's not room for 2 in there. Looks like Lando Norris is going to win another Grand Prix.
Car behind by 5/10 a lap.
And now Verstappen is battling with Ricciardo. That's going to surely help us. And Ricciardo is the one that's through. He's on the inside there. And now we need to squirt away with the DRS. You can see Ricciardo right behind us. Verstappen's going to have DRS on him. Surely he's going to make a move. But no. Ricciardo's got the better straight line speed. Let's just make sure we hit the apex. That's not bad. Remember, our tyres are pretty much shot at this point. We come round into my favourite section of the track. Oh, we nearly lost it there. That's going to give Ricciardo and Verstappen a decent chance here on this straight. We're going to use the rest of our ERS deployment. We're going to stay to the inside. Oh, but Ricciardo's got an excellent run. He goes to the outside. But we're going to try and hold it. Oh, we're just about okay. Verstappen's down past Ricciardo. And now we're going to come up to the line. Lando Norris has won the Grand Prix. We finish in an excellent 5th place from 17th on the grid. We will certainly take that. That was brilliant. And Ricciardo and Verstappen still going side by side. Unbelievable. But yes, we get driver of the day as well. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was brilliant.
It was a tough race at times, but they've held on to take a great victory for McLaren today. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lando Norris, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the captain. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari continue to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One, so be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, there we have it then. Lando Norris wins yet another Grand Prix. He leads Carlos Sainz over the line. Charles Leclerc finishes in 3rd with Perez in 4th with the fastest lap as well. We finish 5th. Ahead of Verstappen in 6th, then Ricciardo 7th, Russell 8th, Hamilton 9th, and K-Mag in 10th position. You can see our pace very comparable to the teams around us. Unfortunately for us, though, Nico Hülkenberg had to retire earlier on with a mechanical failure. What a shame, but that moves us into the top 10 of the drivers' standings, at 9th place ahead of Nico Hülkenberg at the moment. You feel like that's probably going to be our limit this season. I mean, you know, we are slowly becoming a race win competing team, I suppose, but it is going to be tough to get there. Lando Norris is in incredible form, 13 points ahead of Charles Leclerc in the standings at the moment. Sainz up to 3rd ahead of Verstappen in 4th, Perez down to 5th as well. Constructors wise, Ferrari leading the way over Red Bull. McLaren only 27 points behind. Mercedes are our realistic rivals this season, I think, and just ahead in 4th place, but still a long way to go this season, of course. But that is where we're going to leave it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.